The development of the first app really came from our work in school-wide positive behaviours, where we felt that it was such a strong framework we could actually really help to drive other non-negotiables forward. So the app is also designed to be, I suppose, introduce a non-threatening way of questioning students, so we really get a student opinion about what's going on in the classroom, but also then to collect data and be able to feed that back to staff so they can coach each other and work with us on moving forward in school improvement. So the way the app actually works is that our leading teachers and aspirant leaders have been working in groups, and they're actually going into each other's classroom to collect data. We've actually developed a framework where they can actually collect individual data and have it collated, and out it will come in table forms along with graphs that match mean and standard deviation. So they really have hard evidence to discuss when they look at their classroom practice, and that's what we're interested in, providing evidence so they can actually talk about something real, not something that they think is happening.
Thank you, Saunders, for agreeing to participate in the survey. What I'm going to do is ask you a range of questions, and I just need you to answer honestly. Okay, it's about classroom routines. Well, we can tick the first one off as female. When did you start at the school?
Last year.
When last year?
February.
In February, so you've been at the school more than 1 year. That's good. Okay, can you just tell me how you've been taught to enter the classroom?
We put our bags outside,
Right.
get our stuff out, and then we sit down.
Okay, and so when you talk about stuff, what do you mean by stuff?
Our books, pencils, textbook,
Okay,
and everything we need. Our materials.
all right, that's good. Now the second question is, what have you been taught if you haven't brought all of your resources, all of your equipment to class? So things like your textbooks and your pens and your pencils and...
Ask the person next to you to share.
So,
Share with them, yeah.
and sharing, what sharing in particular?
Textbook.
The textbook?
Yeah, and if you don't have a book, you ask for a paper. And if they don't have it, you tell the teacher.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then what happens then?
And the teacher might give you a paper or...
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So what have you been taught and how have you been taught about asking for help?
We put our hands up.
Mhm.
And if the teacher doesn't notice us, we move to the second question, and then when she's free, you put your hand up again. And
So
call
when
over.
you say she doesn't notice, it's because she's helping someone else?
Yep, there's a lot of people that need help.
Yeah, that's good. What have you been taught and how have you been taught to go to the toilet?
We have lots of signs.
Okay.
If she's talking and she's doing the presentation, we itch our noses like that.
Yes.
And then she notices, then she gives us a receipt or something.
A note?
Yeah, no. Then we go to the toilet.
Okay, and then come straight back?
Yeah.
Beautiful. And the last one out of 5 is, what have you been taught to do in the classroom if something's bothering you?
You tell the person to stop bothering you. And
Okay.
if they don't stop, you move. And if they still continue, tell the teacher.
Okay, and so you were told how to do that?
Yeah.
And taught how to do that? Beautiful, because it makes it really easy if you have very set routines, haven't you?
Yeah.
Now, I've got 3 more questions, and they're all yes-no, okay? So the first one is, you've just outlined some routines for me. Are they followed in class?
Yes.
Yes? And the last 2 is, I'd just like to know if you've had any positive comments or praise. The first one's about behaviour, and the second one's about your work effort in the last 2 weeks. So in the last 2 weeks, have you received any positive praise about your behaviour?
Yes.
Yes? And have you received any positive praise about your work effort?
Yeah.
Yes, you have? Thank you so much, Saunders. That was really quick and easy, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
painless.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for taking part in the survey today. It's
No
really
problem.
fantastic to have students working together and helping out with the ensuring that we've got routines set. So first question's easy.
Yeah.
You're male. I've ticked that off already.
Okay,
But what
that's good.
about, how long have you been at school, this school?
This school?
Yeah.
Ever since year 7.
Okay, so definitely more than 1 year.
Yeah.
Now, the next few questions I'm going to ask are going to be ranked out of 5. Okay?
Okay.
So 5 being the clearest. So have you been taught to enter the classroom and what have you been taught to do?
So, do I answer this?
Yes, please?
Just more out of 5, or
No, you tell me
do I
what
just
you've
tell
done.
you what
That's
we've
fine.
done? Well, we have to put our bags outside, take all of our books out, leave our bags outside and then enter the class in an orderly manner.
Right. So what do you mean by orderly?
So in a line.
Okay, beautiful. So I would say that's pretty clear, wouldn't you? I think that's a 5. Okay, have you been taught in your classroom what to do if you need some help?
Yes.
Okay.
We've
So
tried a
what-
few different things.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Cooler suggested that we put our names on the board, so
Right.
after class she can assist us.
Right.
But since that didn't work out, we went back to the original routine, which was putting our hands up.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, and you find that's working very clearly?
Yeah,
and very,
it does,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. What about if you don't have your resources? You haven't brought resources to class. What have you been taught to do?
She recommends sharing with a friend or someone near you.
Okay, so when we're
Or-
talking resources, are you talking textbooks?
Textbooks, yes.
What about things like pens, pencils, workbooks, general resources?
Yeah, just ask your friends, or if not, the teacher
Okay.
should provide you.
Okay. What have you been taught, or how have you been taught about going to the toilet?
Just put our hand up. Oh wait, actually, she asked us to scratch our nose,
Oh, really?
so it doesn't disturb anyone else in the class. And she says yes. In confirmation, she goes, yeah, and then you go, yeah, you want to go to the toilet. So she says, come here, stand up. She writes a note for you.
Beautiful.
And you head to the bathroom.
Excellent. I like that cue. I think that's really good. Okay, what have you been taught, or how have you been taught about what's been bothering you, if something's bothering you in class?
Yeah, well, originally there was a code. You say dino, and the person would then go, okay, I'll stop annoying you. But we went back to the original, which was just, if they persist with annoying you, just move.
Okay, and so you've got permission just to get up and move quietly. Is that what you're saying? Or is...
No, I would assume you have to ask the teacher. Well,
Okay.
it hasn't happened yet, but yeah.
Okay, excellent. Now, I'm just going to ask you 3 more questions. And of course, the things... There we go. These are yes, no.
Okay.
All right. So are the routines, so you've just outlined to me routines, are they followed in class all the time?
Yes.
Definitely. Now, the last 2 are about receiving positive praise in the last 2 weeks. The first one is about being praised for behaviour, and the second one is about your work and your work effort. So in the last 2 weeks, have you been provided praise for your behaviour?
No.
No? That's okay. And what about for your work effort?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Thank you so much for your
Okay,
help. It's,
no problem.
as I said, it's a pretty quick survey, and it
Yeah.
just provides us with some data that we can then make some comparisons and check to see how well the routines are being taught and that everything's working effectively in the classroom.
Okay.
All right. Thank
No
you.
problem. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Abush, for coming and partaking in the interview.
All right.
What I'd like to do is just I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I need an honest answer.
Yep.
The first few questions are going to be ranked out of 5, and
Yep.
I'll explain how that works.
Yep.
Obviously, the first one is nice and easy. We have female.
Oh, that's all right.
Now, can I just ask you, when did you start at the school?
When I was in year 9, so that was...
So you've been here more than a year. That's
Yep.
fine.
Yeah.
Now, what I'd like to know is, have you been taught how to enter the classroom?
Yep.
Okay, so on a scale of 5, would you say 4 or 5? Was it really clear?
Yeah, 5.
Can you just outline to me what you have to do?
We have to, if we have our bags on us, we have to take our books out of our bags and
Right.
leave it outside and then enter the class.
Yes.
But if we are late, we wait until the teacher sees us so we don't distract the class.
Okay.
Till the teacher give us come in or don't come in yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. So it was very clear.
Yep.
So have you been taught how to ask for help when you're in the classroom?
Yes, we put our hand up when we need help, and if the teacher is busy, we ask the next person next to us for help. If they can't answer it, we wait until the teacher is not working with other kids, and then put our
Beautiful.
hands up again.
I think that is
Yep.
very clear 5 again, don't you?
Yep.
What about if you don't have all of your equipment?
You ask the person next to you. If they don't have it, you ask the teacher if she have her book on her.
Okay,
Yep.
so resources
Textbooks,
like
yeah.
your textbook.
Yeah.
What about pens and pencils and workbooks and
Or
things like that?
we ask other classmates,
Okay.
like our friends.
All right,
Yep.
but you always come prepared, don't
Yep,
you?
yep.
Excellent. What about if you need to go to the toilet?
We put our hand up, and then we go up to the teacher and tell her, and she write us a little note and give
Okay.
it to us, and then we come back.
And so when were you taught how to do that?
At the start of the class.
Right at the
when
start?
When we were doing the rules.
Oh, okay. So you were
Yep.
provided with rules.
Yep.
What about if
Class
something's... Yeah, excellent. What about if something's bothering you when you're in class?
We moved. If someone is bothering us or like distracting us from our work, we moved. If it's really bad, we tell the teacher.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the teacher talks to the other
them,
student.
yep,
Okay,
privately.
beautiful. Now we're almost finished. I've got 3 more questions that are yes/no answers.
Yep.
All right. So the first one is, are the routines followed in class?
Yes, everyone followed them really well.
Excellent. Now the last 2 are about positive comments that have been provided to you.
Yep.
The first one's about behaviour, and
Yep.
the second one's about your classwork and
Yep.
class effort.
Yep.
So have you, in the last 2 weeks, received any positive comments?
Yeah, I have improved on my essay writing.
Okay,
Because
so
at the start I wasn't that good.
So from your work effort,
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
a yes.
Yeah.
What about on behaviour?
Behaviour, pretty good. Yeah.
And you've received in the last 2 weeks positive comments?
Yep.
Beautiful. Guess what? That was easy, wasn't it?
Yay.
Thank
Yep,
you.
Pretty easy.
Well
Thank you.
done.